Hello there, you're watching SME On Point. My name is Diabo Sitwa. Thank you so much for staying with SABC News. South Africa is running out of landfill space and there's an urgent need to find new ways to ensure that less waste is dumped here. More than 580,000 is available to support pilot projects of new waste tech ideas and solutions at Dolphin Coast Landfill Management, that is in KZN. Small businesses and backyard innovators are being called on to offer solutions to treat wastewater site and to also repurpose waste. So let's find out how you can be part of the solution from Alana Kruger. She's the Knowledge Transfer Manager for South Africa at UK TKN Global Alliance. Alana, welcome to SME On Point and thank you so much for making time. Let's dive into how big the challenge of running of a landfill space or running out of it is in the country and how can small businesses help?
Thank you so much. So yes, we know now that there's been floods in KwaZulu-Natal in this past week. So in short, there's a lot of new waste coming to our landfills just in the short space alone. So far, we currently just dump this and only 10% of our waste currently gets recycled, which means most of it ends up in these landfills. And if we don't become more sustainable in what we do with our waste that we produce, we are going to run out of space. And unfortunately, it's going to become everyone's problem.
How can then small business owners and entrepreneurs help in this regard?
So there's an initiative being run by us, Innovate UK, KTN, Global Alliance Africa, and Dolphin Coast Landfill Management, operated by Veolia. It is a competition, a call for entrepreneurs and companies who have solutions to these. So we're looking at two challenges specifically for this competition. The first one is to treat contaminated wastewater. Pretty much when it rains, it seeps into the landfills. The water gets really dirty and that then pollutes our agriculture, it pollutes our plants, it pollutes everything, which negatively affects communities. So we're looking at other solutions of how we can treat this. And the second one is how do we actually reuse paper waste that is being produced in South Africa? We have a lot of this that's being dumped into these landfill sites. So what can companies do to use this and actually turn them into commercial products?
Yeah. Take us through the repurposing and recycling of paper. You've just mentioned it as well as pulp waste, the importance thereof. What can be done in this space and what innovation are you looking for?
Well, I mean, that's really up to the innovator, and that's what makes something like this so cool. We're really looking for new innovative ideas, things that, for example, landfill managers haven't really thought of. So, for example, can we turn it into housing? Can we turn it into packaging for food being sold on the streets? Can we, turn it into clothing? Can we turn it into a form of tech product? So that's really up to the innovators, and that's where their awesome ideas come in. We will then assess based on, I guess, the commercial viability of it, and if we can actually use it on the site itself.
Yeah, when we started, I spoke of more than 500,000 that's available for innovators. But what else will small businesses benefit? Obviously, it is a share of 580,000 that is not necessarily one amount going to one business. That's at least how I understand it.
No, actually, it's £25,000, or so nearly 600,000 rand for each solution that is selected. So that's for the winners to pilot that solution. It all goes towards your project, and then with that is also technical support from DCLM, from Dolphin Coast Landfill Management, and from Global Alliance Africa. So we have an international network of waste management specialists, of entrepreneurs that you will have access to. And support from our team as well throughout the whole pilot. And if it is successful, you can possibly enter a long-term contract with this landfill site and then open up your doors to new opportunities as well.
Oh, yeah. How can people get in touch with you, Alana?
So you can find me on LinkedIn. That's the short version, Alana Kruger. You can also email me, which is a little bit longer. It's alana.kruger@iuk.ktn-global.org. That's my email address. Feel free to pop me a message. Our website, which has all the information of the challenges, is innovationexchange.ktn-global.org. You can find all the information there to apply.
All right, Alana, thank you so much for making time to speak to us on SME On Point. We will be uploading this interview on our Facebook page, which is SME On Point, and there you'll be able to replay it and get those details. We really would like you to take this opportunity and see if something can come out of it. Hopefully you can get that long-term contract to provide waste treatment in certain landfills, particularly in the KZN area. I'm going to take a quick break, but don't go away. When we come back, I have a very exciting guest who's joined me in studio. Remember that June being Youth Month, we've been speaking to various youth in business and entrepreneurs, and this particular guest, quite exciting, has taken the whole thing of being unemployed and has done something about it. You don't want to miss this next interview right after this break. And welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with SABC News. You are still watching SME On Point. And today is the last day of Youth Month. Since the beginning of the month, I've been introducing to you and interviewing youth entrepreneurs in different fields. This week, we close this series with business owners who take matters into their own hands after losing a job. If you're an active TikTok user, you may be familiar with the man and the brand behind Coffee to Car, who serves hot chocolate to motorists near Centurion. I'm joined today by Lehubedu Mohlabe in studio to inspire those of you who may have lost hope. Maybe you've lost a job and you're not sure where to begin. Lehubedu is here with me today. Welcome to SME On Point, and thank you so much for honoring this invitation. I guess at the minds of a lot of people is that you were unemployed for quite a while. I think now it's going on to 4 years. How did you take the strength of being unemployed and dusting off yourself and saying, I'm not employed, but I'm taking this fight to the streets?
Thank you very much for having me, and thank you. And I'd like to pass my regards to your viewers.
Yeah.
You know, with what happened is after losing my job, I tried everything to find a job. So I knew that the only thing I could do to actually get out of that pool of unemployment was to actually do something that is not there, that's new, that's fresh.
Yeah.
Selling. I actually got a job that I was doing at the time, which was a piece job, a temporary job.
Yeah.
So in the morning when I was going to that job, I had biscuits, so I wanted coffee, a drink.
Yeah.
So the thing that made the sense was coffee. So because it wasted my time, the whole thing wasted my time, it got me the idea that if I actually sell the coffee directly to the person, I can actually make this a business and actually get out of that unemployment depression.
Yeah. And how did you start? With how much capital did you start? And what was in your mind? What was that drive that said, I'm going to do this business and I'm going to win? Because with a lot of people, if you have been in the throngs of depression, of not working, it's difficult to pick up yourself and say, I'm going to start something new.
Okay. I have children.
Yeah.
And I don't want my children to have, I don't want my children to look at me and say, you did nothing. So when the idea came, and then we struggled a bit to get the capital to start the whole thing.
Yeah.
But after we did get the bag and everything, whatever it is that I needed, then it just boiled down to, I'm going to try and be the best example I can to my children. Whether it fails or it doesn't, I'm going out there to do something. I'm going to do it. So that is what I had in mind. It's what pushed me that much.
Take me through what you have on your bag. And I also see that you have taken the whole card and being cashless to new heights. Because now people, when they're sitting in their cars, and I'm imagining if I have my bag in the boot, I don't have the time to stop the car and quickly get the money to come and pay you. You have accelerated and making sure that people can do this with cards. Take me through that.
So should I make the coffee?
You can.
All right. So as soon as you stop, 10 seconds, I quickly make your coffee.
Yeah. In how many seconds?
In 10 seconds, you'll have it. Because now you remember, I'm competing with the traffic light.
With the traffic light.
So there's your coffee, there's your sugars, you're on your way. And then for payments, it's tap on phone. It's a tapping on phone technology. So you just tap your card. You're on your way. Less than 10 seconds, you're off.
Yeah. So where you were working before you unfortunately lost your jobs, what kind of skills did you learn that you took into this business that is making the business a success?
So I have intensive experience in the tourism product,
right?
Like from hotel. I'm an all-rounder in the tourism spectrum. So the service industry of the tourism gave me the what people might want, how to serve this in a manner that the people can appreciate and find joy from. So with a 5-star, 4-star experiences, you know, they build a person.
Yeah.
So after that,
I am curious about what you come through along the road. You know, you get morning drivers, those who are in chirpy moods, and you also get those who are in grumpy moods. What has this taught you about the psyche of a human being as they're sitting in traffic? Because traffic is quite a problem, particularly in that area where you are. Is it the R55? The R55. The traffic is quite hectic there. What has that taught you about a person?
A person can change their mind. They can change their mood. I think they get frustrated. I can see they're frustrated because now they're stuck in the traffic. When you see a person actually smiling at you, and then even if they don't buy, I'm actually smiling and saying good morning to everyone. So they actually would smile a bit. It cracks the frown, and then it brings the joy to the people. That's why I'm there.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm
How
there.
do you deal with a no? When someone says, no, I don't want your coffee?
Oh, I've dealt with a lot of rejections in my life to actually can just take a rejection.
Yeah.
You don't want coffee? I have tea. You don't want tea? I have this. You
Hot
don't want
chocolate.
that? I'll offer you everything.
All right. And then in just a few seconds, please encourage those who are at home who are not sure where to go from here and give them the drive that drove you. You can address to me and they'll be able to just give them a short encouragement about how to start their journey.
So from where you are, with what you have, you can actually just do it. You can just start something. That's what I keep saying. I'm going to preach it again. Start something. Do something with what you have from where you are.
Thank you so much. Lehubedu Mohlabe is joining us today on SME On Point. Start where you are with what you have. He's our guest today in studio. In our mental wellness slot today, our contributor is Hetty, the entrepreneur. She's an author and also an entrepreneur who's passionate about helping business owners to dominate online space through marketing and monetization strategies that actually work. Let's hear what she has to say for us this week.
I am South Africa's #1 monetization expert. I work with thousands of entrepreneurs across different industries. And what we have noticed is that a lot of entrepreneurs are suffering from anxiety, depression, and burnout. And this is a result of the fact that many of them are solopreneurs. They are carrying the entire weight of their business on their shoulders, day in and day out. That is why it's so important for us to normalize the mental health conversation as entrepreneurs. After all, we cannot divorce ourselves from our businesses. We carry ourselves into our businesses every day. And so the entrepreneurs that succeed the most are the ones that have normalized seeking help as far as their mental health is concerned.